All right, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. TammyTalks here. All right, so we're still talking Love is Blind, Life After the Altar. This is season 2, episode 13. So this is the part 2 of the Life After the Altar series part. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video, all that good stuff. All right, so let's talk about this episode. Sal and his girlfriend, so they're all in the kitchen. Look like everybody eating chili, but they're all in the kitchen, and it starts off right away with this scene where Sal and his girlfriend are saying I love you to each other while Mallory is just sitting there, and then they both turn and look at her. Again, she did not need to be there. I'm sorry, but Jesse didn't need to come. He didn't need to come. I know that a lot of y'all really love Sal and all the other stuff. I feel like he came to throw Jesse in Mallory's face. That is just how I feel about it. So Sal said he met Jesse at his sister's birthday party. And she just puts a smile on everyone's face. When she's in a room, she lights up the room. She's very extroverted, very open. She has fun. He says she's the nicest person he's ever met. And he's never had more fun with anyone else than he has with her. He seems very happy in the relationship. So kudos to him for that. Because I do think Sal is a really nice guy. He deserves to be with somebody that likes him as much as he deserves and as much as he likes them. I just don't think him and Mallory just really didn't mesh. And then they kind of get into that a little later as to why. So Ayana and Natalie. So they're talking. And Ayana said that her and Jarrette don't argue. So it's not weird with the two of them because they don't argue. Because y'all just avoid what your real issues are. That's all that means. So she said that she does not want to move back in to his place or to their place together. And a lot of it is because she doesn't want to sit up all night and wait for him to come home. She said it makes her anxious. There's the anxiety on it. And she just doesn't want to do it. But again, Jarrette showed you who he was before you married him. Before you accepted that proposal, he showed you who he was and what he was about. He showed absolutely no inclination that he was going to seriously change. Y'all were arguing about him being out and going out and spending so much time out and the drinking and partying before you got married. Yet you still went through with it, girl. You still went through with it. So she said she just does not see him as a husband right now. And then she said that sometimes she feels this makes her feel unwise. It makes you feel stupid, girl. Be playing with it. It makes you feel stupid. And it should, because the red flags were there and you chose to ignore them. So Natalie gave a very classy girl, you better than me, which we all know means you can put up with that foolishness and with that over there, but I wouldn't be the one to do it. So Ayana said that she knows that he has a good heart. He's just an idiot. So Jarrette was not ready to love. He wasn't prepared for this marriage. And I don't think that Ayana was prepared to be married either. So we get the scene where Jarrette is talking to Nick and Kyle. And Nick feels like, Jarrette feels like, even though he's trying to change, he feels that to Ayana, she's not really seeing the growth. She's not giving him the time and the patience that he probably wants to show some effort. And Jarrette said that growth is hard for him. I'm sorry, we're adults. We are adults. Grown AF. You went on a show to get married. With marriage comes compromise. With compromise comes growth and maturity. So, I just feel like Jarrette is just making a bunch of excuses. You want to go out and party. And if that's what you want to do, then you shouldn't have came on the show and got married. So, Jarrette and Ayana, they have a conversation off to the side together. And Jarrette said they're coming up on a year together. And Ayana was like, is that comforting to you? How does that make you feel? He was like, yeah, definitely, He said, yeah, definitely comforting to him. Absolutely. She was like, it's not comforting to me. I said, it's not, excuse me, I said, it's not comforting to you. She said it's not comforting because they've been having the same argument over and over for the past couple of months. And what that means is it's just a reminder of how much time has passed, how much time I've wasted waiting on you to change, to make some sort of change in regards to this relationship, in regards to me. I'm waiting on some action on your part. So Jerry said it's growing pains and he's doing everything that he needs to do. And she was like, growing pains? Growing, like she was over growing pains. And I kind of felt the same way. These are not growing pains. This is just a maturity factor. That's all it is. This is a maturity factor. So she said, what do you mean you're doing everything you need to do? So he goes on to say that he knows that he needs to cut back on some things. He's trying to make the changes that she needs him to make. That's what he's trying to do. Keyword is trying to. So she asked him, he said he has a plan. So she said, okay, what's the plan? He was like, well, I got a 30, 60, and 90-day plan. She was like, do you really? Because that would have shown some action to her. She would have been excited by that. He then goes on to be like, nah, I ain't got no plan. I ain't got no plan. And it's like, Jerry, your wife has moved out. Your wife has not only moved out, your wife is not only moved out, but like y'all are on the brink of getting a divorce. But okay. So she said like she understands that, you know, he grew up in a very strict household. And now that he's free and can do whatever he wants to, he wants to party. He wants to do all this other stuff. He wants to go out and have fun. And marriage just does not fit into that right now. And it's unfortunate that Jarrette, one, did not understand that or acknowledge that, and two, that he drugged this woman into this situation with him. So she said that she just does not trust his words. She doesn't trust his actions either. She needs to see some change overall. He said he knows that he needs to cut down and limit how much he drinks. We got to cut back on the drinking. And then, you know, because production is shady, every time we see Jerry, he got one of them gold cups in his hand, knocking them back. He's always the one asking, let's take shots. Shots. Y'all want shots? Y'all want drinks? Drink shots? Shots? So, like, you know, production's going to do whatever they can to, like, really play into it. So he said that he works as a bartender. He's going to be quitting that very soon. And then he also said he's working security. Excuse me, he works security at a bar. He's going to be cutting back on doing that. And I kind of wanted to go back and pull up my old notes because I thought Jarrette had like an office job. Did he not work in corporate America? I know he was like a jack of all trades. He was doing hair and he was doing music and he was doing all this other stuff. But I thought he had like a legit, I don't want to say legit. I thought he had like a corporate like 9-to-5 job. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. So she said that he's irresponsible. And she loves him as a person, but she does not see value in him as a partner. And I said, God damn. Because that's definitely not what you want to hear. Love you as a friend. You're an awesome person. But I nothing about us being together, nothing about us being married is adding value to my life. That's a gut punch. And Jarrette did not seem fazed by that. You know why? Because Jarrette didn't really want Ayana. He wanted Mallory. Now, if he's over Mallory and he like settled for Ayana or forced himself to believe that he wanted to be with her, he doesn't want to be with her. So Jarrette said that he was shocked and scared when he came home and saw her packing up her clothes one day. He went through the motions of, I'll change. What can we do to fix this? How can we help this? But he understands that she is exhausted. The next morning, we see Sal is saying that Mallory is keeping her distance, and I wanted to say, well, I mean, you haven't said anything to her either. And then he acknowledges that he hasn't been interacting with her either, but he said something to the effect of, you know, there's no need for them to be avoiding each other. Well, isn't really keeping her distance. When you walked in the house with your girlfriend, she walked up, spoke to your girlfriend first, and then she did give you a hug, and you kind of gave her the, hey, how are you? And then you turned your body and you started talking to other people. So it's not as if Mallory came in and was on some funny style. She did speak to you and your girlfriend, and you gave her a very short and curt hi. Nonetheless, y'all aren't talking to each other, and I don't think that y'all need to. I just don't. So they take this wagon ride because they're going to go wine tasting, and everybody's on the bus, and the couples that are coupled are hugged up together and trying to stay warm. And then everybody is they're asking Sal about Jesse. How'd you guys meet? What's going on? How long you been together? What's great? Like, doing all this stuff. Now, Mallory is sitting to the side, just kind of. And I like Mallory, but I'm like, damn, this after the altar this wasn't for her. Maybe she should have, sat this one out. But Sal said that he likes that they really listen to each other. He feels really heard through like their conversations and discussions and through their arguments. They get back on one accord with each other. Mallory, on the other hand, said that she just doesn't feel like it's necessary for her to get to know Jesse. And I agree. She doesn't need to know her ex-fiance's new girlfriend. She doesn't. I think that she was cordial enough. They spoke to each other, but I feel like that's just kind of it. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be in groups with each other because these people on these shows, form these, like, tight bonds and they're friends and everything. But outside of that, she doesn't need to, like, really engage with her or anything of the sort. So, Kyle said that when they're at the winery, Jarrette seems drunk already. I don't know. He was being annoying. You can tell that Ayana is like, she keeps saying that she really loves him and her moving out isn't a factor of love and all this other stuff. But you can definitely see that she is pulling away from him, whether she realizes it or wants to admit it or not. So Kyle is talking to Nick and Danielle, and he's saying how he has him and Deepthi have all this pressure. Everyone's constantly asking them, are you guys together? Are you not together? What's going on? And he said that he doesn't want to lose his friend. And I don't know. That kind of feels like a cop-out to me. I'm a person that, I feel like whenever people say stuff like that, it's a cop-out. Yeah, you guys are friends, but you also have an attraction to each other. So either explore it or stop acting as if you're in a relationship. That's the thing. Because it would be one thing if they were attracted to each other and they weren't carrying on like they are a couple. Y'all are acting like y'all are in a relationship. You're sharing drinks and all this other type of shit. So don't act like you're a couple if you're not, and then you need to put some separation between it. So Nick was like, you need to make your move, otherwise you'll just never know. Like, this could turn out to be like this amazing relationship for you guys, but if both of you are scared to make the move, then there needs this gets to separate church and state. So Danielle is crying because she feels like Deepthi can't suffer another heartbreak. When was her first one? Her relationship with Shake was not heartbreak. They were never in love or anything like that. That wasn't heartbreak. So we get to this 80s party. Everybody's dressed in theme. Everybody looked good. I didn't like Nick's wig, but everybody came, ready to get dressed and whatever. I didn't like Natalie's outfit. Why was she walking around with a purse? It was just a lot going on with her. Jessie is loud, okay? While she seems nice and fun, she is loud. She's very, very loud. So Mallory was salty all night. She's just kind of... We have never really seen Mallory walk around and work the party, right? But she's really just kind of like standing awkwardly in the kitchen. Like, just, she's awkward. She's salty. She just got out of a relationship with somebody, and it's not even it is a full year later, just barely, and he has already moved on to somebody else. So it's more of a reminder of the fact that he's moved on. She hasn't. He has this girlfriend, like, flaunting around in her face. Everybody's not flaunting around, but you know what I mean. Everybody's asking questions about them. Like, it's a tough situation for her. I have been in the room when you're around exes and they're with their new girlfriend, and it's awkward. It's a little awkward. So Sal points out it takes more energy to avoid each other. So let me just go make peace. And the way that he said it was kind of like, well, shit, I guess I'll be the bigger person and do it. Y'all spoke initially. I don't know why it had to come down to let's have a conversation. I don't. I don't understand it. I just don't feel like it was necessary to do. So he goes over and tells her that he appreciates everyone being very welcoming of Jesse. And she was like, yeah, it's no problem. It's fine. He was like, I mean, I hope. So, but how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay with everything? And Mallory was like, yes, a little uncomfortable, being around your ex. But, it's fine. Sal was like, well, there's no drama. Mallory was like, yeah, it's just an uncomfortable situation in general. Because if you, Sal, didn't think that it would be slightly uncomfortable, you would have came by yourself like the rest of the cast did. You know what I mean? I'm sure Mallory could have found a date. I'm sure Natalie could have found a date. Like these people can find dates. You chose to come. Or you could have been like, Shane and not come because you just didn't want to deal with it. But like it's gonna be uncomfortable. I feel like Mallory handled it fine, but okay. So while they're talking, Jesse walks up and I was like, girl, bye. Because why are you walking over to their conversation? So Jesse walks up and was like, can I talk to her? And Mallory was like, you don't have to. You don't have to. What are we talking about? So Jesse was like, I know it's uncomfortable and, I just don't want anybody to feel bad. And I'm like, look, y'all, nobody was making a big deal about this. It turned into such a big deal about comfort level and all this other stuff because everybody keeps walking up to Mallory asking, is it okay for you? Is it awkward? Is it okay? Is it fine? Everyone else is doing that. She's chilling. Leave her be. I feel like people are acting like Mallory has always been balls to the wall, excited, jumping on tables and dancing. We ain't seen that girl do that all season. Leave her alone. She chilling. So Mallory was like, so then Jesse was like, I'm not worried about you. You're in the past. That's way in the past. So I was never worried about you. And I would have been like, bitch, because I felt like that was so rude of Jesse to say. There was literally no reason to even say that. Mallory has never said that, oh, I want to try to get back with Sal. I want to go try to talk to him. I'm going to go try to, throw salt in this relationship. There was no reason for you to come and say, at all, at any point throughout this entire weekend, that, oh, I wasn't worried about you anyways, girl. You in the past. That shit was rude. I don't care what nobody say. That was rude. So then Mallory was like, y'all did not have to come and talk to me. It's fine. I'm fine, you're fine, we're fine, hey. Sal in his confessional, I don't get why she's putting up her walls again. She has her walls up. She has a lot of growing to do. And I know I made the right decision. Now it's like, Sal, fuck you. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Because she doesn't want to talk to you and your ex. Because she doesn't want to talk to you and your girlfriend. That's her putting up walls. That's a fucking boundary. There was literally nothing for Mallory to talk to y'all about Sal. Then to say that she has growing to do, you do too. Because the fact that you're so bothered about it, you're so bothered about this, you're bothered about the fact that she doesn't want to sit and talk to you, you still have feelings for her. I guarantee you, y'all, Sal still has some residual feelings for her. Not saying he wants to get back with her, but he felt the way when he saw her, and that's why you were pissy that she wasn't going out of her way to come talk to y'all and ask y'all questions and all this other stuff. That really, really got on my nerves. Oh, they got on my nerves. So then Mallory's in her confessional and she's saying that she realizes how hard it is for her to let people get close to her. And she knows that she's not very vulnerable. She's not affectionate. And it's something that she's trying to work on. It's something she wants to get better at because she does want to be in a relationship. So it's not like the girl don't know that she's very closed off. But I didn't like how Sal did that. And then him and his girlfriend are over in the corner. It's fine. We're done. We got it over with. It's me and you, babe. Girl, bye. Bye. So then Kyle and Deepthi have this awkward conversation where the two of them are sitting in one of the bedrooms, and he's telling her, "You're the highlight of my life, and I have all this love for you, and I care about you. You're my best friend. And when your tire was flat, shit, I felt like my tire was flat." Like, he's going on, and she's looking at him like, the fuck are you talking about? But then he does all of this, kind of lays it out on the line, and she said, "Yeah, we have a genuine connection, but I can tell you're scared to talk to me about this, but I value our friendship." And I was like, did you just friend zone him? Because you've been talking all the rest of this time about how you're attracted to him and he's so cute and you want more from this, and then she says the same thing. "I don't want to mess up our friendship." Whatever. So then Natalie's doing all this bumping up the gums about, is Shaina gonna come? Is Shaina gonna come? Shaina shows up. Y'all wanted her down. Here she is. So Shaina comes in, and I did like how Cal said in the confessional, Natalie has this professional front about her, but she's an instigator. And she needs to let it go. And I've been saying that for the longest. She is an instigator. So the entire time that she's going around, Natalie is trying to talk to everybody. Well, I just feel like I need to tell the truth. I need to put it out in the open out there. So now you want to ruin her relationship because you think they had a secret relationship together. Natalie, girl, I have never liked Natalie. Ever liked Natalie. I hate Shaina more, but I have never liked Natalie. But it's like, don't go ruin these people's relationship because you're bitter over something. Because them flirting on Instagram is not what ruined your relationship with Shane. That is not what ruined that relationship with Shane. Y'all had bigger issues. That didn't help, but that is not the nail in the coffin that ended that relationship. So don't go and take that out on Natalie. Take that out on Shaina. Because if you had a problem with it then, you should have checked her ass in then about it. Don't do that. So Shaina's coming in. "I'm engaged." I said, so she's engaged. Natalie wants to tell her truth and stop lying for people that lied to her. And I said, Natalie, go on and ruin the trip for everybody then, girl. Let me know what you guys thought about episode 2. Super messy. Very, very messy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.